At the beginning of 2020, we witnessed an unprecedented global collaboration between government leaders, major corporations, the media, and other influencers. An incessant campaign of anxiety and fear. The proposed salvation was a new normal, a life of surveillance and control, where the safety of the physical body would be the highest societal value at the expense of all else that gives life meaning and purpose. Despite months of propaganda, human instincts resisted, and millions began to view the absurd yet unified response as evidence that a secret society was attempting to overthrow freedom. Some have called this the Great Awakening. But being awake is not enough to preserve liberty in the face of this monolithic collaboration of power. For this reason, God Almighty made a plan to preserve liberty. Nearly 200 years ago, a young man uncovered and translated an ancient prophecy warning of this secret society in the last days. Wherefore, the Lord commandeth you, when ye shall see these things come among you, that ye shall awake to a sense of your awful situation, because of this secret combination which shall be among you. Whoso buildeth it up seeketh to overthrow the freedom of all lands, nations, and countries, for it is built up by the devil, who is the father of all lies. Since its translation, 150 million copies have been printed in 90 different languages across the world. The prophecy is now being fulfilled, but that's only the beginning. The complete record is a 531-page playbook to preserve liberty in America and the world. It's called the Book of Mormon. Many have heard the title, but few understand the contents. The Old Testament speaks of God's covenant with Abraham regarding the land of Canaan. Because of this covenant, the Israelites received miraculous power to be delivered from bondage. The Book of Mormon reveals God's new covenant regarding the land of America. Behold, this is a choice land, and whatsoever nation shall possess it shall be free from bondage, and from captivity, and from all other nations under heaven, if they will but serve the God of the land, who is Jesus Christ. It records how previous civilizations have tapped into this covenant, receiving miraculous power to be delivered from bondage. It prophesied that by virtue of the same covenant, the American colonists would receive miraculous intervention to overcome the odds and win independence. It prophesies that a polarization of society will occur, and all will eventually stand on God's side for liberty or be deceived to fight against it. Those for liberty will be vastly outnumbered, but will eventually receive a miraculous deliverance because of God's covenant. Its primary purpose is to convince all mankind that the Bible is true, that Jesus is the Christ, the eternal God. For 200 years, persecution, disinformation, ridicule, and intimidation have all been used to suppress and prevent it from being read. America is in danger, and it can only be saved by Jesus Christ. Discover His covenant on this land and His plan to save America.